Am I audible, Harsh? Anand, am I audible? Um, okay. Anand, which textbook are you referring? Anand, am I audible? Hi, Anand, am I audible?
Um, I can't hear you.
Uh,
Well, even if you could, I can't respond.
which textbook are you referring? Anand?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. There are some issues with the. Yeah, now I can hear you. I can hear you
Okay,
now.
fine. Which textbook are you referring?
There are some issues with the headphones.
Okay, okay. Which textbook are you
1
referring?
second. I'll take one.
Mm-hmm.
1 second.
Okay, no problem.
I'm sorry. My teacher told us not to get textbooks because she uses her own question bank. But I bought this question bank from our college. Uh,
Can you
do you
just
want me to tell
forward
you
it?
the? Yes, I'll take a picture and
Okay.
send it.
Meanwhile, I'll forward you one textbook also. Okay, it is so that you can just have it with you. Any doubts, you can get back to me. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So last class we had discussed. You able to see my
Yeah, I can see the whiteboard. Yes.
yeah. So we had talked about receipts and payment account. The same receipt and payment account. It is in my uh, screen also. Okay. So the same receipt and payment account is on my screen. Okay, you can go have a look at it. So now today shall we solve a problem on the same? Okay, if at all, if you give me your email ID or phone number, one day before only I will send you the questions so that we need not
Okay.
time in copying question and all those things. Okay, okay, we can
Okay.
go ahead and solve it.
Um. Sure. You want my phone number? Is that fine?
Anything is fine for me.
I'll leave it on the chat.
Okay, okay, fine. Okay. So this is the problem where it says that from the following particular to Rotary Club. Rotary Club is a non-profit organization. Prepare a receipt and payment account for the year ending March 31st, 2020. So your first, it says that we have some cash in hand. So it is, we know that there are two sides. One is receipt side and one is payment side. Here we simply go ahead and put whatever that we receive in the receipt side and whatever which we make payment on the payment.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Before we continue, can you just check the chat, because it says over here it's sent privately to Harsh and not to you. So can you see my phone number too, or will you take it from him?
I'll take it from him. That's
okay. Thank you. That's all. Yeah, you can. We can start.
So right now we have cash in hand. So we'll make a column. It should say that receipt and payment account of Rotary Club as on 31st March. As on 31st March 2020. All right. So this is the receipt side. Here we enter amount. This is the payment side. Here we enter amount. So as per the format we know, first we are supposed to enter cash and bank balances, right? What are we supposed to enter? We are supposed to enter cash and bank balance. Which side do you enter, Anand? You enter it on the receipt side. So balance brought down from, this is last year's balance. Yeah, bringing it down to this year. Cash in hand, how much? How much is the problem?
7,500 in cash.
500. Okay. Bank is
48,000.
48,000. In total, it becomes 55,500. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So next we have description collected from for the year ending. So we have two subscriptions. So here we know we are supposed to record anything. If we have past years, we have present years, we are supposed to enter. And if you have anything for future year also, we are supposed to enter. Again in this problem, they are saying we have it for March 31st, 2019. We are doing the accounts for 2020 and for 19 also we have for 15,000 and 2020 we have 2,20,000. This was outstanding which they have paid this year. Okay. And some people have paid in advance. That is up to 6,000. So what is the total? 2,41,000. Okay. These are all the revenue receipts. So now you know how to differentiate revenue receipt and capital receipt into asset side and capital receipt into liability side, right? This will help us when we are doing our income and expenditure account and also balance sheet. Okay. So what is next in the thing? Donation received. So we have received it. So to donation received. How much is it? It is 25,000. What is the next item? Donation received for pavilion. So there is something called as donation received for pavilion. Alright. So this is how much? 2 lakh. See, this is which the donation which we have received for specific purpose. They are saying it is for pavilion. So this goes to the capital fund. When we are doing capital account, means balance sheet, we should consider this in the other side of the entry. We should consider in the liability side of the balance sheet. Okay.
Yes.
What is the next? So, okay, here one more thing that we have to consider is if we have any bank overdraft, by bank overdraft, any balances brought down. If it is there, we are supposed to bring it down, but in this problem, we don't have it. Okay. So, if you don't have it, you need not write it. But when we are writing the opening balances, you should be careful. You should check on bank overdraft also. So the next item says that investment purchased. So how much investment? They are saying 8% investment purchased on 1/4/2019. You might ask, ma'am, is this last year's? No, it is. They are saying accounting period ending it on March 31st, 2020. So when is the year started? April 1st. So on the day they started this year, they have purchased some investment. It is of 2 lakh.
Yes.
By 8% investment purchased. This is when we are taking when we are purchasing something, we have paid the amount. So we are entering it on payment side. So it is 2 lakh. What is the next amount? Sorry, next item, purchase of refreshment. So we have purchased something by purchase of refreshment. So what is the amount? They are saying it is 12,000. Okay. So what is the next item? Rent paid. So whenever we are talking about rent paid, rent received, we should be very careful. If it is rent received, it will come under receipt side. If it is rent paid, it will come under payment side. By rent paid. Okay. So when we have paid rent, it comes under the payment side. So it is 6,000. What is the next item? So entrance fees received. They are saying received. So it should obviously come under receipt side. So entrance fees received. How much is that? 18,000. All right. So next thing is honorarium to secretary. So what is honorarium? If any guest lectures come or if any extra person come, we are paying some amount as a respect and honor. So that is called as honorarium. So whenever we talk about honorarium that we have paid to the person, so it is payment side by honorarium to secretary. So how much is that? That is around 10,000. All right. Then the next item says that interest on 8% investment. So what is they are saying? We have purchased a investment. We are receiving the interest, right? When we have purchased investment, we are receiving the interest. So it is receipt to interest on investment. How much they are saying? How much they are saying? Anand? Am I audible?
Sorry, I was switching channels. What's the question?
Interest on investment. How much they are saying?
8%?
8%. What is the amount given in the
9,000.
9,000? So there is one catchy point here. Just put a star mark here because I will work it out here as there is no place. You can note it in the note. Put an extra note and you can say what is
Okay.
the total investment that we have made for purchasing the investment. It is 2 lakh,
2
right?
lakhs. Yes.
So when we say 8% interest, how much it is?
8% of 2 lakhs.
Yeah.
1 second. No. Sixteen. 16,000.
16,000. How
Yeah.
much have we received?
1 second. 9,000.
9,000. So 16,000 minus 9,000, 7,000. Are we not supposed to still receive?
Yes.
7,000, it is outstanding. Okay.
Okay.
When we are preparing receipt and payment account, you need not worry about the outstanding amount. But if you are asked to prepare the income and expenditure account out of the same information, then you are supposed to record this outstanding interest. So you put a star mark that when we are preparing the income and expenditure account, we are supposed to consider this. Just put a
Star.
okay.
Okay.
So what
Yes,
is the next item?
Furniture purchased.
So furniture purchase, we are paying amount.
20,000.
Furniture purchase, it is on payment side. How much it is?
20,000.
20,000. What's the next item? It says
Ma'am,
locker. Yeah.
1 second. Do you want me to write it right now? Will you give me some time to take down this after I've done? Because I
No.
know I have to switch channels because I can't see what you're writing on the board when the major screen is showing the Excel sheet. So I was because I'm on my computer, keep changing the
Okay.
channels.
Okay. Okay. Or otherwise you, yeah, with this class it is a next from next class. What I'll do is I will just send you the questions before only, right?
Yeah, that would be
That time
better.
you just write the questions and keep. So
Yeah,
problem will not arise.
yeah.
So today I will dictate the question.
Okay.
You can take down the notes.
Yeah, sure.
So
Okay, ma'am. Because
just write down the question. I'll give you 5 minutes,
okay, 1 second.
and then we'll. You're able to see the screen now, right?
Yeah, I can see, but then the whiteboard and you are on a smaller screen because the shared screen is the Excel sheet. That's the major screen. I can see the question, but I can't see the what you're writing properly.
Okay, just take down the question.
I'll take a pic of the question and then
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Then I'll stop sharing and you can see only the screen.
yeah, whiteboard. That'll be much easier for me. Thank you. Okay, ma'am. You can show the screen. No, it's better.
So is it better enough?
Yeah, it is. It's easier.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what is the next item? It is furniture.
Purchased.
Right. So what is the next item?
Lockers rent.
Talking about lockers rent. Until and unless they say that lockers rent paid, we should
Okay.
always assume that locker rent that we have received. Okay, it is we have received the lockers rent. So here it is on the receipt side. To lockers rent. How much it is?
1000.
Okay. You take down the answers.
Yes.
Once it is done, you just let me know. I'll erase everything, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Receipt side, because shortage of...
Space. Yes, 1 second.
Yeah, right.
Ma'am, you can erase till the donations part. That's fine.
Okay.
Till donations of pavilion can be erased. I've made notes for that.
You write it.
Yeah.
We'll do it simultaneously. You just finish writing it.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'm done.
Okay. So, locker's rent received we wrote, right?
Yes.
What is
No.
the next?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the next item? They are saying sale of old furniture. When you sell, what you receive? You receive amount, right? To sale of old furniture. Old furniture. And they are also saying in the bracket that is cost rupees
6,000.
1,000. What is the amount that they have mentioned?
4,000.
4,000. So put one more star mark here. I'll tell you what.
Okay.
The original cost of the furniture is 4,000. We have received cash of rupees. Sorry, original cost is 6,000. We have received 4,000. So
Okay.
what is the loss that we have made?
2,000.
2,000. This loss we are supposed to enter in income and expenditure account. Here we need not bother, but put a star mark. If at all you prepare the income and expenditure statement out of the same receipt and payment account, you will have to bother. So put a star mark.
Okay.
So what is the next item? They are saying sports material purchased. By when we make purchase, we make the payment. So by sports material purchased. How much is it? It is about it is about
80,000.
80,000. The next item is sale of old
sports material.
So when you sell, what you get? You get money. So sale of old sports material, right? So what is the amount that he has received? It is 3,000. So next one is sale of refreshment. We have sold some refreshment also. So to sale of refreshment. When we make sales, we get money. So it is on the receipt side. How much? Maybe on some concerts or some events, they have sold NGO people have sold refreshments. So they have got 30,000 money out of this. So
Yeah.
sports expenses, including outstanding expenses of rupees 1,000. Here it is very catchy. They are saying sports expenses rupees 25,000. Just write by sports expenses. They also says including outstanding expense of rupees 5,000. What is the amount that they have mentioned? 25,000. Their
1,000.
total sports expenses 25,000. But they have made payment of 20,000. They have not made the payment of 5,000. That's why they are saying it is outstanding. So how much are we supposed to enter? Only 20,000.
20,000.
Because 20,000 payment we have made. This 5,000 payment we have not made. So put a star mark here.
Okay.
Okay. So here amount is only 20,000.
20,000.
So any more? So they are talking about depreciation. Depreciation, whenever we calculate depreciation, Anand, we have a depreciation account, separate account. What is depreciation, by the way?
Loss of
Reduction is the
reduction of cost from usage of materials,
any assets
items.
that we have.
Yeah.
The value of it reduced every year, and
At a certain percent.
it is called as
Depreciation.
that goes and sit in a separate account. And here the direct cash is not going out. We are not paying anything out of our hand.
Hands. Yeah.
So the value of it is reducing. It goes and sits in depreciation account. As we know that in receipt and payment, we are supposed to record only the cash entries. As depreciation, we are not recording any, we are not paying any cash for it. There is no place for depreciation in receipt and payment.
Payment account. Okay.
So they are also saying cash on 31st March 2020. So by balance, it is a closing balance. By balance, carried down. How much is cash?
8,000.
You put it inside. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Okay. So now have a look at your debit side and have a look at your credit side. By seeing only, you will come to know which side is excess. So in this problem, we have more amount in debit side, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes, ma'am.
total it. Total debit side. What is the total debit side?
1 second, ma'am.
Yeah, do it.
I don't have my calculator right here.
No, but from tomorrow, whenever you sit for accounts class, you come with a sit with a calculator. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I can do. If I do, you will not have hold on the problem.
Yes, ma'am. Uh, 5,93,500.
Very good. It is 5,93,500. Now, deduct the amount of your credit side, including your cash in hand. Whatever that remains, it is bank balance,
Okay.
including this cash which we have put inside.
So sum of this minus 5,93,500 minus sum of this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Five lakh 93,500 minus 2 lakh minus 12,000, 6,000.
Ma'am, I kind of over. Okay.
93,000 minus 2 lakh minus 12,000, 6,000, 10,000, 20,000, 80,000.
3,56,000.
No, no,
No,
no,
it's coming. It should be 4 lakh something, right? I made a
no, no.
mistake. One second. I'll just redo
Yeah,
it.
you do it. Take just 4 lakh 93,500 minus 2 lakh minus 12,000 minus 6,000 minus 10,000 minus 20,000 minus 80,000, 20,000 and 5,000. 8,000.
Okay. Damn.
Still don't have calculator? You can go and get it if you are.
I haven't used a calculator in some time. Sorry, ma'am. I only
Oh,
use
is
this.
it?
In the sense, my teacher told because we have a lot of time between the sums, she tries to make us do by hand.
Okay.
Make sure that we don't have to overuse our calculator a lot.
Oh, is it? Hey,
Yeah.
like that only then. Hey, exam you cannot manage yourself, yeah, Anand.
Yeah.
Keep a big Casio calculator that would help you. Otherwise, in exam you find it difficult.
Yeah. Damn.
Okay. It should be 2,37,500 here.
Sorry, ma'am.
Yeah. The total balance is 2 lakh, including cash and bank. The closing balance should be 2,45,500. So this is the closing balance. When they have given closing balance of cash, you keep it inside, minus it, and whatever the balance that you get, you can write it for.
Wait, ma'am, the bank balance should be 2,45,500.
No, 37,500. Outside, when you compute the closing balance, including cash and bank, it should be 2,45,500. 2,37,000 plus 8,000.
Yeah, that's it. Last time I got the previous sum of the payment side, and then I had to subtract that from the total, and then I would have gotten this value.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my mistake. Sorry.
Okay. So this is the answer. Now take down the notes.
Okay.
Note number 1. I'll erase this completely.
Yes.
For this problem, there are 3 notes that we are supposed to take down, or we have to remember it. Note number 1. Interest on investment. %, interest on investment, that is 2 lakh into 8%, that is 16,000. Less interest paid, sorry, interest received. How much we have received? We have received 9,000. This 7,000 is outstanding interest on investment. That means we are supposed to receive this. Outstanding interest on investment should be shown in income and expenditure account. Okay. Now, note number 2. You done?
No, 1 second.
Yeah, copy it.
Yes, ma'am.
Note number 2, sale of furniture. Cost of furniture, how much they are saying in the problem? It is 6,000
Yes.
less amount received on sales. How much we received? 4,000.
4,000.
So this is loss 2,000. If we receive more, it is a profit, it is a loss. So loss on furniture. So right here, loss on furniture should be shown on income and expenditure account. Okay. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Note number 3, depreciation. Depreciation should not be shown on receipt and you just take it down. Depreciation should not be shown on receipt and payment account. Receipt and payment account, as there is no, should not be taken on receipt and payment account.
As there is no
direct cash payment or receipt. As there is no direct cash payment
or receipt.
or receipt.
Okay. Thank you.
So this is how we solved our first problem. So I'll share one more problem to you. You can take a pic right now, or I'll send these details to you. This you have to solve it at home. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Question number 2. I'll just share so you can see.
I'll just take a pic. It's fine. I sent you my phone number.
I got it.
On the chat. Yeah.
I got it. So this is the second problem. For that you will have to prepare receipt and payment account. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So shall we solve one more problem or shall we go to income and expenditure account?
One more problem.
Okay, one more problem. Here is one problem. You can take a pic of it. Then it's
Okay.
okay. See, whenever they give problem like this particulars, don't get confused that one side is a receipt side and one side is a payment side. In exam, many of the students get confused like this. This is just overall they will give. On the right side also you will have payment account. On the left side also you will have receipt account. Okay.
Yes.
Did you take the pic? So I
Yes.
stop sharing.
Yes.
Okay. Now you are able to see the screen properly.
Yes.
Board, the bigger screen.
Yes.
So we have a problem. It says that from the following particulars relating to point, prepare a receipt and payment account for the year ending 31st March 2007. So it says particulars, there's opening balance of cash, opening balance of bank, subscription is given, sale of refreshment is given, entrance fees received is given, sale of old sports material. Is this the same thing? Same problem? No.
Yeah. Yes.
No.
Sale of food.
Sale
No, it's
of
different.
old sports material, purchase of refreshment, almost all the your receipts and payment account will have similar type of um, uh, transactions. And then expenses for maintenance of tennis court, salary paid, tournament expenses, furniture purchased, office expenses, closing, cash in hand. So
And
shall we prepare?
yes.
Okay. So books of silver point, right? Receipt and payment account, receipt and payment account for the year ending, for the year ending 31st March 2017. Right? So two sides, this is debit and this is credit side. Here it is receipts, amount in rupees, this is payment, amount in rupees. Okay. Okay. So we know the first thing that we are supposed to do is look for the opening balances of cash and bank overdraft. Here in this problem we can see opening balances of cash and bank but not bank overdraft. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So to balance brought down, cash is how?
1,000.
Yes. Bank
1,200.
7,200. So total is 8,200. So the next item is subscription. Again, here we have 2015-16, that is past years, 16-17 is present years, and 17-18 is advance payment, that is future years. So let us try to subscription 2015, 16, how much was the money? 500. 2016, 17, it is 7,600. 2017, 18, it is 900. So the total goes as 9,000. So next is sale of refreshment. Sale of refreshment. What is the next thing? Sale of refreshment, right?
Yes.
Okay. So to sale of refreshment. So when we make any sales, we receive amount. So it is on receipt side. What is the amount? It is
1,000.
the next item.
1 second. Entrance fee received.
So to
Entrance fee received.
receipt side. So entrance fees received. How much? Which is 1,000 rupees. What is the next item?
To sale of old sports material.
Sale of old sports.
Old sports material.
To sale of old sports material. When we sell something, we receive amount. So what is
1,200.
1,200? What is the next item?
Donation received for pavilion.
Donation received. So we are receiving it is on a receipt side. So donation received for
Pavilion.
pavilion. How much was that? 4,000.
4,600.
So any other items to be recorded on receipts? No. So what is the next item? Overdraft by
Rent paid.
rent paid. We have paid. So it is payment. What is the amount?
1 second.
By
3,000.
yeah. Next one is
Sports materials purchased.
purchase. When we are purchasing, we will make payment. Sports material purchase. What's the amount? 4,800. Next item, maintenance expenses for tennis court. So as it is a sports club, so they have paid maintenance fees. By maintenance expenses
First tennis court.
tennis court. How much is the amount? What is the amount, Anand?
2,000. Ma'am, we skipped over refreshments.
Okay, tell me the amount of this.
2,000.
So what is the refreshment?
600.
Purchase, right?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Purchase of refreshment.
Purchase of refreshment. Refreshment. So how much is this?
600.
600. So it's the next item. By
Salary paid.
paid. Salary paid. How much is this?
2,500.
2,500. Then by tournament expenses. They have conducted some tournament. So there is some expenses. What is the amount for tournament expenses? Is
2,400.
2,000. No, Anand.
400.
2,400. Next is to furniture purchased. How much is this? By furniture purchased. In purchase, we make payment. So that is 1,100. This is the next item by office expenses. Right? So office expenses for 1,200. So now in the problem, they have also given that they have closing cash balance of 4,000, right? By balance carried down, cash how much? 400. Now again, by the time we look, we'll come to know that this side is having this amount. So total this side. How much amount are we getting?
1 second, ma'am.
The debit.
I'm
Yeah,
writing.
right. Take.
Ma'am, receipt side is 25,000.
Okay. So the receipt side is 25,000. So the total is 25,000. We'll see what is the bank balance.
$7,000.
So the bank balance is 7,000. Is it? Did you deduct this amount also?
Oh no.
400 which is inside.
Sorry. 6,600.
So 6,600.
600.
Total it should be 7,000.
Yes.
Okay. So this is how we prepare cash and bank. Receipt and payment
Payment account.
account. Okay. So
Yes. No notes on this, ma'am.
I will send you. I'll send you.
Okay.
One second. Which college are you studying in?
St. Joseph's, PUC.
Okay, where is it?
Richmond Circle, I think.
Okay, fine.
Why, ma'am? Just asking.
I just asked.
Oh, okay.
Word is opening, so I just asked.
Yeah. That's fine.
So they finished first two chapters already.
Yes, they started the third chapter. They're starting the third chapter
Okay,
tomorrow.
good.
No, I think on Tuesday I have my next class.
Okay. Mhm.
Yeah. Ma'am, do you teach in any college?
Yes, I am a professor in MBA college.
Tomorrow's Teachers Day, no? Happy Teachers Day in
Yeah.
advance.
Yeah, thank you. Here. So this is the notes I have. I'll share both the Excel sheet. So this is the notes that I have prepared. So I will share it with you, okay?
Yes.
So now we studied receipt and payment account, but there are some limitations of receipt and payment account. The main limitation is it follows cash basis of accounting and therefore does not show any income and expenses on accrual basis. So do you have any expenses on accrual basis? What is accrual basis?
Credit? Are you talking about credit now?
We have concepts and conventions, right?
Yeah.
Principles of accounting. One
Yes.
of the principles says that we have to maintain our accounts on accrual basis. That means anything which we have accrued this year. For example, I have to pay 20,000 rent this year. So what receipt and payment account, what we did is, he was supposed to pay 25,000 expenses, but he paid only 20,000, right? We did not record this 5,000. Right? This is cash.
Yeah.
Whatever we pay, whatever we receive, this will record. But in accrual basis, we record this 25,000 also. Once it gets accrued, once we are due, we are supposed to enter in that particular. But this cash receipt and payment account does not follow that. And it is not capable of showing whether NPO is able to meet its day-to-day expenses, because we are not considering any credits here. We are talking only about cash. Anything that has happened in cash, we are recording this. Anything out of this, we are not recording, going ahead and recording. So it does not tell me what is my day-to-day expenses. Okay, only cash transactions are shown and all the credit transactions are ignored. It is not a perfect substitute of trial balance, as this fails to relieve any closing balances. It does not show us any closing balances. Whatever we have paid in cash, whatever we have received in cash, this is showing only that. As it has some limitations, we are doing income and expenditure account also. So here I am talking about the difference between cash and cash account, cash book, and receipt and payment account. Okay, so your receipt and payment account is regarded, it is a statement rather than the account. It is because it does not have any date, it does not have any ledger folio columns. It is just a statement, it is not an account. But your cash book, it is an account. It has your journal folios, and it will also show balances which can be directly shown, or which can reflect the balance sheet. And your receipt and payment account, it shows only it is prepared only end of the accounting period. It is not prepared every day. Cash book is maintained. Out of the cash book, your receipt and payment account is done at the end of the accounting period. So one difference is cash book is receipt and payment account and cash book. So receipt and payment account is not recorded, or it is recorded only in the end of accounting period, right? On the basis of cash book, it is recorded every day. Every moment the cash goes, cash comes, the cash book is updated every day. So one more difference between your receipt and payment account and cash book is, receipt and payment account is prepared only by the not-for-profit organization, and cash book is prepared by all commercials, all organization which comes under the Company Act 1956 and 2014, and it is maintained by non-profit organization also. So resident payment, it says that resident payment instead of debit and credit. Only we write it here for our clarification. But your cash account is divided on debit side and credit side as per the bookkeeping norms. So your receipt and payment account does not have column for ledger folio, but your cash account has a column for ledger folio. What is ledger folio? From the cash or the receipt and payment, we are going to enter it in the proper ledger.
Proper ledger account.
So we have that details also. Where does it goes? Where from cash book, which ledger is this entry going to take or where we are going to make it entry. So but your receipt and payment does not have that. So these are the difference between receipt and payment account and your cash book. Sometimes in exam this question is also asked.
Okay.
The next step in not for profit organization is once we prepare receipt and payment account. So in the process of preparation of financial statement, first one is receipt and payment account. Second one is income and expenditure account. So now we are going to prepare income and expenditure account. So here in the PPT I have given what is income and expenditure. Income and expenditure is more like profit and loss account, but it is not exactly profit and loss account. It is almost similar like profit and loss account of an enterprises. It shows all the revenue, income and revenue expenses. Revenue expenses incurred during that particular period. It is prepared at the end of the accounting period. Accounting period, it differs from company to company. Few company have 3 months as their accounting period. Every 3 months they will go ahead and prepare the accounts. A few have 4 months quarterly accounting period. Few have half yearly accounting period. Few have yearly accounting period. It is the results of how it is prepared. It is the result of organization operation. So whether it has surplus or deficit, we'll come to know. It has two sides, namely debit side and credit side. Our receipt and payment account was actually missing this. Here income and expenditure, we have debit side and credit side. Okay. So excess of credit side. If our credit side showing excess over the debit side, it is termed as surplus, because here we show expenses. In the income and expenditure, on the credit side, we show income. If I have more income, then that means I have surplus. If I have more expense, that means I have deficit. Such surplus or deficit, it has to be shown either added or deducted from the capital fund in the balance sheet. One more catchy point here is, in the balance sheet here, we does not have equity capital, because none of non-profit organization go ahead and raise fund through equity shares. So than that, we have capital fund. If you remember in the receipt and payment account, I had told you that if anything which is received for specific purpose or which is for very long term, right, lifetime membership and all, it will take the liability. The other entry goes to the liability side of the balance sheet under the capital fund. So it is transferred to the capital fund. So now, what are the features of income and expenditure account? One, it is a nominal account. What is the rules of nominal account? Debit all expenses, credit all.
Incomes.
So what did you say? What did you learn for this?
We learned the this thing. We just learned the different method of distribution of payments
Which
and
was that
this thing.
method?
The American system. It was divided into 5 different accounts:
Okay. So what were the accounts?
assets, liabilities, uh, debit. One second. Sorry, no. I don't remember clearly. We use the accounts all the time. I've written it down.
But you did not use real account, nominal account, and
No, we didn't use real account, nominal account. She told us, okay, assets, liabilities, capital, expenses, and incomes.
okay.
Expenses or losses, and incomes or gains.
Okay.
Those are the 5 accounts.
Expenses and losses or income and gain. Finally, it goes to nominal account. Credit all income and gain. Debit all expense and loss. Okay. So
Yeah.
assets goes to real account, and your all your individuals account would go to personal account. That's what here they are saying. It is a nominal account. Therefore, all revenue, expenses, and losses incurred are recorded on the debit side. All revenue, incomes, and gains earned are recorded on the credit side. So it follows the accrual basis of accounting to ascertain surplus or deficit. After revenue expenses against all revenue incomes at the end of accounting period. Any expenses against any incomes, it is recorded during that accounting period. It records only those expenses and income which relates to the current accounting period. For example, I am in the year of 2019-20. Okay. So that is 1/4/19 to 31st/3/20, right? Right. So I am supposed to pay rent of 50,000. I have paid 40,000. The outstanding also I will record here because this belongs to this year. So total my rent expense is 50,000. For example, my insurance. Total insurance I have paid is 60,000. Okay. And current year's is 50,000. I have prepaid next year's 10,000. So I will deduct that 10,000 because it belongs to next year. This is what it says. We are recording only those expenses and income which belong to the current year. If it is last year's, we are not taking into account. If this year's we are not paying, we will take into account. If next year's we have paid, we will exclude because it is not that particular year's. Opening and closing balance, as such, in this account, there are no opening balance. However, balance at the end is surplus or deficit will be transferred to capital fund in the balance sheet. Any surplus, any deficit, it will transfer to balance sheet. Okay. Adjustment, since is follow accrual basis, all the adjustment have to be taken. For example, outstanding expenses, prepaid expenses, everything has to be taken into consideration. So here I have the format of income and expenditure. Please do go ahead and take this.
You want me to copy this down now?
Yes, you are supposed to copy it down.
Okay.
So it says 2 salaries. If you have any outstanding at the end of the year, you should add it. If you have any outstanding in the beginning of the year, you should subtract it because it is not of this year, this is of last year's. Then on the expenditure side, it is to rent. If it is outstanding, we should add. Prepaid, we should deduct. For all the expenses, this goes. To insurance premium, again the same thing. If you have any outstanding, you should add, less if any prepaid. To audit fees, to printing and stationery, to honorarium. Yeah, you take it down, Aramze, I'm just saying.
Okay, yeah, sure.
To repairs, to depreciation. Depreciation is an expense. It comes here. It is not cash basis. That's why it does not form a place in
Receipts and payment account.
yes, receipt and payment account.
Payment account. Dhamma.
Okay, both the sides.
Yes.
Okay, so either surplus will be there or deficit will be there. Both you cannot expect. Okay? If either deficit will be there or surplus will be there. Both you cannot expect. If expenditure side is more, then you will have to deficit. If income side is more, then you will have surplus. Okay, so
Yes.
any expenses you have to make adjustment for outstanding expenses and prepaid expenses. You should add outstanding, deduct prepaid. Income also you should have make the adjustment for outstanding and advance income. If you have received any advance income, you should deduct that. If you have any outstanding income to be received, then you have to deduct that. So we have some important term that is I had discussed when we were doing it in receipt and payment account. That is your capital expenditure, revenue receipt and capital receipt. Capital expenditure, it is an expenditure which benefit the organization for more than one accounting. That expenditure, for example, if you purchase land and building, the benefit does not get over in that particular year. The benefit of it will spread to many years. So that is capital expenditure. And those expenditure are not recurring in nature. Every year, will you go ahead and purchase land? Every year, will you go ahead and purchase building? It involves huge amount. So I won't do that, right? So
Yeah.
it results in the acquisition of assets which are used for furtherance of activities carried on by the not-for-profit organization. Example includes cost of land, building, furniture, or anything. So revenue expenditure, that does the benefit of which will get over within 1 year accounting period. And in case of an NPO, such expenditure means expenditure incurred for social or charitable activities. Any charitable activities which is carried on. That is recurring in future. So revenue receipt, the income which is received during the activities carried by organization, and it is recurring in nature. For example, subscription, donation, rent received, it keeps on coming every year. So capital receipts, these receipts other than the revenue receipt are termed as capital receipts and which are not recurring in nature. Any receipt which is received for specific purpose from the donor, it will form a part of liability side under the capital fund. Okay. For example, life membership fees. Once in lifetime of that particular person, we are receiving this. So it will go to capital fund, corpus donation, or furniture fund, pavilion donation, anything which is received in specific. Okay. So now let us see what are the steps that we are supposed to follow when we are preparing income and expenditure. First thing that you are supposed to do is you will have to prepare your receipt and payment account thoroughly. You should not make any mistakes. Wherever you are supposed to put star mark, which comes in, which entries which we are supposed to make it in receipt, income and expenditure, we are supposed to make that. Okay. You are not supposed to include any opening balances of cash in income and expenditure account. Exclude the capital receipt and capital payment here. This will form only the revenue receipt and revenue income. Any items which are formed, which are given for specific purpose, either or any specific receipts, capital receipts, either it will be the form of part of asset side in the balance sheet or in the liability side of the balance sheet. Only revenue receipts and revenue incomes will come here. So revenue receipts to be shown in the income side of income and expenditure, and revenue expenditures is supposed to shown on the expenditure side of the expenditure account. Take the revenue expenses to the expense side. So consider the following item not appear in the receipt and payment. Whatever that comes in receipt and payment, revenue receipts and revenue expenditure should be the form of income and expenditure. But few things we are not showing it on the receipt and payment account, but we are supposed to take. Example, depreciation, right? Depreciation, even though it is revenue receipt, revenue expense, every year it keeps on coming. We haven't showed in the revenue receipt and payment account because it is not in cash, but we are supposed to show it in income and expenditure. Provision for doubtful debt. Whenever they are made some sales on credit side, which is not there in the receipt and payment account, if they have made some provisions, this money we might receive, we may not receive. That is a provision that we made. We might incur this bad debt. So that amount also we are supposed to show it on the income and expenditure. Profit or loss on sale of fixed asset. As we did it in the first problem, there was a loss of 2,000, right? We just put it as star mark and we were supposed to enter it in the income and expenditure account. So before doing any problem, let us know what is the difference between income and expenditure account and profit and loss account. Income and expenditure is here to determine what is the surplus and what is the deficit. But our profit and loss account, it shows me what is the net profit and net loss. Income and expenditure is usually prepared by not-for-profit organization. Your profit and loss account is prepared by business enterprises. Income and expenditure, it is if an organization maintains complete set of books, this account is prepared from trial balance. But if complete set of book is not maintained, it is prepared from receipt and payment account. If you have all the set of the accounts, all ledgers account, journal accounts, everything is maintained, it is prepared through trial balance, or else it is prepared through receipt and payment. But your profit and loss account has to be prepared by trial balance account only. So the balance of this account is termed as surplus or deficit. So your income and expenditure accounts surplus, the balances are named as surplus and deficit, but your profit and loss account balance is shown as profit or loss. So when we are talking,
Ma'am,
yeah. Yes.
Just asking. Not that it's a problem, but the class was from 4 to 5, right? Just asking because
No,
my mom
no.
had asked if it was till 5:30.
Yeah, Harsh sir said because
Is it till 5:30?
yes, yes. Because in
Oh, okay,
we have already covered 3 chapters. He
okay,
Whether we can take it till 5:30 so that we can cover it little faster. Is that
okay. That's fine with me. I just was worried.
okay?
I don't have
And
any
one more
problems with
thing.
it.
Okay, one more thing.
Yeah.
From next week, I would be going to college and coming back by 4:30.
Okay.
4:30 I leave the college, but the time I reach here, I drive and all, it will be 5:15, 5:30 by the time I reach my home. So what time is
Okay.
for you? 5:30 to 6, 7? Is it feasible?
Uh,
And
no.
take
Well,
class. Yeah.
Wednesday and Friday that's free for me, but Monday and Tuesday I have computer tuitions, so from 5 to 6. So I can't attend on Monday for that class. Wednesday and
Sunday and
Friday is fine.
Saturday, is that be okay? Classes on Sunday and Saturday.
Um,
Any
sure.
time in
Both
Saturday
those
and
days
Sunday.
are.
Yeah, 2 days
I'm
if
fine
we
with that.
take
Thursday.
on.
Sorry, one second. Wednesday and Friday, the timings whenever is free after morning, because I don't have any classes. Monday, I'll be busy. That's the only day. Saturday and Sunday, if you want to take class, I can arrange one of those days and fine with those.
One of those days or both the days is fine for you. Saturday and Sunday.
Both the days is fine for me, but I thought it's 3 class per week, so it's 1 day and 2 class in the week. I was not sure. It's fine. Either way is fine with me.
Because weekdays I would be 1 second.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Weekdays because I'll have to drive from my college and I'll hurry up. I'll have to come here. One day I can manage on weekday. So if it is on weekends, yeah, I'll Saturdays I would come back by 1:30. So anytime in the evening, afternoon, it's fine. And Monday and Sunday, if it is possible, uh, I was thinking that is more feasible.
Sure. Okay, that's fine.
So one day on weekday, which day is feasible for you?
Wednesday or Friday, both are Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm free.
Because Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it will be again banging on your head with all the 3 days continuous class. So let's
Yeah.
make it
Okay.
on
How about Wednesday?
Wednesday,
Yeah.
Saturday, and Sunday. You just tell me the timings, okay? Whichever timings that is feasible for you. So we'll go ahead with that.
Uh, okay. I'm free after 12:30 on Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. So whenever after that is comfortable for you, just a message on WhatsApp, and I'll come for class.
Okay. Okay, fine. That would be fine. Then
Okay.
Saturdays, can we make it from um, uh, 3 to 4:30? Is that fine?
Sure.
3 o'clock
That's
to
fine.
4:30. And
Yeah.
on Sunday, can we have it in the morning itself? And
After 9, I hope. Sunday. I want to
yeah,
sleep
after
a bit.
9 only because the Sunday is Sunday for
Yeah.
me also.
Yeah.
So 10 to 11:30 is fine.
Yeah, that's fine with me. 10 to
10 to
11:30 is fine.
11:30.
Yeah.
And then on Wednesday, same time, 5:30 to 5:30
7.
7. Yeah.
Okay. And what about when we catch up? Do you have other class?
Yeah, yeah.
Will they be also following the? I don't know. That's why.
I didn't get you.
Uh, Harsh had told my mother that there are other students also in this class.
Uh-huh.
So when we catch up to everyone else, I don't know. That's what I heard. There are no others. Am I the only one?
I exactly don't know about this.
Okay. Because that's what I heard from my mother. I'll just check with her again, and I'll ask in the next class. I'll ask him.
Okay, fine,
I'll
fine.
ask him. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And will we have class tomorrow and after, or again from Wednesday we'll start next week?
No,
Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday.
next week actually, I got promoted in my
Oh,
so
congrats.
thank you. Next week is an orientation week for me.
Okay, sure.
No, exactly from I think 12. I'll just tell you.
Yeah, sure.
Next week, yes, we are here. We can take only from this week. We can have a same schedule, okay? From 7th to 12th, 7th to 11th, we can have the same schedule.
Okay.
Whatever he told, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, he has told,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That let us follow. Only from 12th, 13th, 14th to 20th, I'm not,
Okay.
because
Okay.
I'm busy, because knowledge transfer is going on and I'm really busy that week. And that
Sure.
I will make it, okay? Next week or
Okay.
somehow will half an hour extra, somehow will make
Okay.
it. I'll talk to Harsh, okay?
That's fine.
Only next week I'm not there. From 21st, we will stick to Saturday, Sunday and Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Yeah, tell me.
No, there's someone else joined the call. That's no.
I will see the participants. Okay, some Priyanka.
Yeah, she just joined and left.
Okay.
Okay.
So we shall wind up today. So we
Okay.
catch you on next Monday. Okay, next week I think probably I should be free, or otherwise I'll inform you. Okay.
Sure. Just message me whenever in the
Yeah.
number.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Or
Thank
if
you.
you're free on
Yeah.
this Sunday, we can take one class which is of next to next week's.
Sure.
Not there that week. Busy. I can make it up this week.
Okay.
Saturday and Sunday. That should be fine with me.
Sure.
Not Saturday. Tomorrow we can
S
make it one class.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow, Saturday.
Saturday. I'll talk to Harsh also. Okay?
You talk to her and then, okay. You tell me later.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Bye-bye.